So let's just settle into your meditation posture. So whether you're sitting with your legs down, your legs crossed in the traditional meditation posture. If your legs are down and you're at your desk, have your feet about a hip's width apart. So don't be tempted to cross your legs. Really feel the sensation of the floor beneath your feet. So temperature's a little warmer here, and so I can now walk around without shoes on. So I'm getting more of a connection with the floor without socks on. So feel the sensation at the heels, the side of the foot, and the big toe mound and little toe mound, and feel your toe pads pressing into the floor. Then you might feel also the sensation of the backs of your legs. And feel the weight of your sits bones in your seat, on your seat. The weight of your palms, your hands in your lap. Maybe they're in the meditation mudra. Right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching, or maybe they're just resting in your lap. Align your shoulders with your hips and your ears with your shoulders. Imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Just putting some space in between those vertebrae. And have a little bit of length in the back of your neck. So the chin isn't too high and it's not too low. Just somewhere nicely in the middle. Then go to the crown of the head and relax your scalp. So just release any tension there. Relax the forehead and the eyes, the back of the eyeball, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth, the back of the tongue, the jaw, the temples. Just imagine you're releasing your ears and the inner ear. And then as you go through sort of releasing and relaxing all of these different parts of the body, notice what's happening elsewhere in your body. Relax your shoulders, the throat, the chest, the belly, and all of your limbs. But relaxing doesn't mean collapsing. Keep your spine straight. Or as my chiropractor would say, tall. Stand tall. Sit tall. And then notice the breath sensations. The nostrils around the thoracic cavity, the belly maybe. And sounds. Allow them to be there, trying not to follow with the mind. And then how are you today? Just check in with yourself. Put some space in between your thoughts. Allow them to arise and abide. And then try not to engage with the stories. But be curious about what's there without kind of getting wrapped up in all the feelings and the emotions and the documentary, which may not be a documentary. It might be just something you're making up. It's good to recognize reality in the conventional sense. So we have all these people in our life, our loved ones, our strangers, and sort of people we can't really be bothered with because they irritate us or we have aversion somehow. But just keep in mind, all these people are equal. They want to be happy. They don't want to suffer, and they're just like us in that way. And they all have this unbelievable capacity for a Buddha mind, for enlightened mind. And sometimes we don't like to think that those ones we don't like have that same capacity. But they do. So I think we'll do this meditation this morning on Tara for all these people of our life and by extension all sentient beings. So yesterday was the Tibetan Eighth, which is traditionally a day where they do these Tara practices. So we're on the tail end of that. So imagine in front of you is this Tara. Well, she's on the screen. I chose this one today because she's very bright. So one thing that you can do also when you're meditating is imagine an inner smile. And notice what that does to your mind the minute you think of having an inner smile. You might also want to think about raising very slightly the corners of your mouth as if you are about to break into a smile. So Tara's in front of you. She has this radiant green light body and she's so beautiful. And she's sitting on a multicolored lotus and her left foot is drawn in like when you're sitting meditating and her right foot is out resting on its own little multicolored lotus. And her left foot drawn in indicates her complete and effortless control over her desire energy, and her right foot out indicates her willingness and her capacity to get up and act for sentient beings. And often she's referred to as the wish-fulfilling Buddha. And she represents this quick capacity, and is represented here as female, to cut through obstacles, to get things done, and to be successful. And of course, to make us all blissful. So imagine Tara is beautiful. She's young and radiant and full of energy and full of bliss. And she wears colored silken garments and jewelry on her ears, her ankles, around her arms, and around her neck. And you can imagine that she's a manifestation of the mind of your teacher, your trusted mentor, your guru, your lama, however you see that person. This is the mind of that person. Just makes it a little bit more personal for us. And appearing as green Tara for your benefit. So we say this little prayer, just refuge prayer. I'll say it just if you don't know it. To the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Tara, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So now imagine, first of all, Tara sends powerful, blissful white light from the Om at her brow chakra. This enters your brow and completely fills you And imagine that all the problems and sufferings and heaviness of the body are purified by this light, and all the harm you may have ever done to any living being with this body is completely purified, eradicated completely, not one atom left as we recite her mantra. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soham. 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 Now imagine the light comes again, and just imagine that your body has become a blissful light body, just like Tara's, indestructible, just like it will be when you attain the deity's body, the Sambhavakaya. And imagine it's not possible to ever harm others with this body, only to benefit them. As we recite her mantra again. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soham. 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 Now a speech. And imagine Tara is sending red light from the R at her throat chakra to your throat. So this light isn't, this red isn't that kind of postbox red or dark red. It's a kind of a beautiful crimson, like the light at dawn or at dusk. It's kind of deep. almost like a multicolored red, I think, if you can imagine that. Well, you've seen it. So like that red, that beautiful light. And this comes to your throat, this, and it purifies all the problems of speech. So you know that you just don't know what to say, that kind of thing. You kind of don't have the right words at the right time, and then you have too many words at the wrong time, inappropriate speech, and then useless speech, the kind of rabbiting on about nothing, uncontrolled speech, probably the same thing. When you're angry with people and you're harsh and you criticize, and you know, this inability to express ourselves and all the harm we've ever done to any living being with the speech of this life and past lives, totally purified, eradicated by the blissful red light, not one atom left. Om tare ture soham. 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 Imagine the light coming again, and you're full of all this blissful, perfect, compassionate wisdom, appropriate speech of Lamatara, such that whatever sound you utter is necessarily beneficial to anyone or anything that hears it, any living being. And this is your potential, totally is your potential. So feel full of this powerful speech energy, which is yours. Om tare ture soham. 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 Now our minds. So imagine Lamatara sends powerful beams of blue light, blue like the sky. And this comes from the blue hum at her heart chakra. And this enters your heart. And imagine all the unhappiness of mind, confusion, arrogance, anger, jealousy, pride, resentment, hurt, anxiety, this kind of this anger that gets directed towards ourselves. Imagine all of this is completely purified and that all your delusions, including the root delusion, ego grasping, which is really just the cause of all of our own suffering and why we harm others. It's totally eradicated by the powerful blue light, not one atom left, as we recite a mantra again. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 And imagine the blue light coming again, feeling full of the blissful, omniscient, compassionate mind of Lamatara. Well, this is who you really are. Everything else on top of that's junk. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham. 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 Now imagine the three lights coming again, simultaneously, penetrating your three places. So from Tara's, the Tara's brow, the R at her throat, the home at her heart. And these just come into you. And this time, feel that even the subtlest stains of all delusion are completely eradicated, not one atom left. So imagine this happening. We just meditate for this final 2 minutes, staying in this blissful state and concentrating on being one with this energy of Mother Tara. Imagine you're one with Mother Tara. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you've created doing this practice to all those people of your life and to all sentient beings. Okay, so try and carry this energy of Tara with you as you move through your day. For Beth, it's evening. And anyone else here from Australia? No, I don't think so. Okay, everyone. And, oh, thank you, Mary, for doing that. Tonight we're doing the last session of Introduction to Mindfulness. So we'll be thinking about loving kindness for yourself and loving kindness for others. So there'll be 2 meditations based on that. All right, so if you're interested, please come along at what time, Mary? 6 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and 9 o'clock Eastern. Okay, all right. I got it. All right, thank you. All right, thanks, everybody. Lots of love. I'll see some of you tonight, maybe. Okay, thank you, Mary, for hosting. All right, bye.